Hey guys, welcome to the final draw. Your Fuente Friday lives are always going to be inherited by the final draw because you all have to have a final draw, right? All right, so my voice is going out. Unfortunately, I have been a little sick lately. Not really normal for my. I actually love life and energy, so this is weird. Something has actually brought me down. But anyways, I love you guys, and I hope that you're actually going to accept my one and only number one co-host, Miguel Rodriguez from Bakersfield Gentleman Club or Bakersfield Gentleman page. If you guys don't know, then you need to get in the know because we've been growing that page since I don't know 2020. So definitely get in the know and follow the Bakersfield Gentleman's page. And I'm now going to introduce you to him and let him take over just because I can't possibly keep my voice, at all this time. So here we go. Hey,
That
Miguel.
that was a beautiful intro. I appreciate it. I love the sexy raspy voice you have tonight. Excellent work.
Dude, you know what? That was my bet. I was like, they're all going to be like, this is sexy raspy. We love Mel is sexy. And I'm like, no, no, no.
Well, you might not like having it, but I'm sure they enjoy hearing it, if that makes
Everybody
sense.
loves hot, right? Is that
It's
like you know what does that go on? Is that based on like even money, having money? Like you might not like having it, but you're gonna like,
you're gonna enjoy spending it. Yeah, you have to learn to live with it sometimes.
eventually you're gonna learn to like. I guess you're okay with spending it if it is. I'm holding my phone right now. Sorry, but
No
it's
worries, no worries. Hey Tom,
like,
how you doing? Checking in.
oh, dude. You know what? I did not hang. I did not actually hook up my Rodecaster Pro yet,
You
so
doing?
that I could be able to handle all of the shenanigans. But right now, I actually was having to go check back in with some other people because we actually have a really fun guest tonight, which I'm really excited about. But I'm making you do all the work. So tell them so I don't have to express any more of my vocal cords right now.
Well, I think I can definitely do some announcing here, but I believe that guest just popped in, and they are sitting ready to go. So I'm excited to get to talk to them and ask some questions about a very interesting product and service they are providing. So
Right.
I am very
All
excited.
right.
I'm very happy to be here.
All right, so this is pkrooms.com. If you guys don't know, let me tell you, these guys have created a build up and a build down. It's almost like just a traveling machine of you can smoke wherever and create your own room. It's all going to absorb in that room. No wives can complain. I don't know what else. But yeah, that's kind of like, right? It's like you can actually have this inside of your house, which is a lot of fun, in my opinion, right?
Cool. That's really cool.
Okay, now officially, I'm going to let you take over and I'm going to add PK. This is Tim Overlin, if you guys don't know, but that is his name. So there you guys go. We're going to bring him in.
All righty, how's it going?
Tim, are
Can
you
you hear
there?
us? Okay. Oh no.
Please tell me we're still
Wait,
in the back room.
I'm confused. Is everything
I'm
going?
not. Yeah, brother, I'm not hearing anything. If you can hear us, give us a thumbs up.
Hmm?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
We're on. We are. I can't hear you, Melanie. Sorry, we're still technical idiots here. So bear with us. We can see
Darn.
you and see you're talking to us, but we cannot hear you.
It's all right. It's also like the moment we started, like a plane decides to go overhead right now. Because
I
Yeah,
I'm on the
he may want
beautiful
to put
West
us in the
Coast right
back
now.
room again.
Ugh. Back room. Mel, do you want to pull them off for a quick second so they can?
Yeah, like pull them out. You mean okay?
just real quick while they fix that. And if you
All
can
right.
hear us, just give us a thumbs up when you're ready to go. So it looks like there was two guys there for a second, and one stepped off to maybe fix the situation. It happens. It happens.
Yeah. All
It is
right.
in
So,
fact Fuente Friday, though. What are people smoking out there while we wait?
dude, Fuente Friday is in full effect. I'm totally down with Fuente Friday. I actually went ahead and, I went ahead and smoked a cigar, even though I should not have, because
Mm,
I know I've been sick all week. And so I have, but I couldn't help myself. It's an angel share.
very nice, beautiful cigar, very silky, very smooth. Not gonna upset. I think that's like the best call you could have made, though. Like if you're not feeling super great, it's not gonna ruin your palate, even if you're a little sick. It's not gonna overwhelm you. Yeah, so that's a good
I mean,
call. That's
all of those,
always
all of those cigars are definitely, you know, that was a thing. That's okay. So you guys, if you're out there listening, I love you guys and thank you for joining. But I asked Miguel to be here mainly because he sounds like a little chipmunk or a Mickey Mouse or something awkward. That night.
Mickey Mouse. I could see that. I could see that.
This is not normal. Yeah. So, anyways, I just and I've been waking up every single morning with a super sore throat, which is like seriously not acceptable in my life. Like, no.
What do you call it? Well, no worries. That's it. I'm glad to be here. I'm not smoking Fuente tonight. I'm actually having one of our new cigars from Pariah Cigars and my brother Frankie. This is called Trust the Process over here. It is our San Andreas.
Wait,
There's
is Frankie around?
He's
We love
around. No,
him.
he's in the house somewhere. I don't know where he's
You
at right
know,
now.
Frankie is the one that owns the Instagram, which you guys should all follow, which
True.
is Bakersfield Gentlemen's Instagram, right? It's at Bakersfield Gentlemen's. Listen, he's also a little bit of a. I want to pinch his head so much that it just like.
What do you call it? He can't stop ripping on you. He does not. He can't help it.
I know. I think there must be. It's almost like you can't have me, so he wants me even more. I think that's what it is.
Oh,
Frankie, fat finger Frankie. No, all right, we're gonna equally get on top of no, that sounds really awkward. We're both equally giving each other shenanigans. How about that?
that's fair. Yeah, it's back and forth. It is definitely mutual in
But
exchange. Yeah.
no, he is super duper rude on the IG lives. But IG lives are so much freaking fun. How much are those? Like so much fun, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's a lot less stressful. You just go for it. People are on all the time. I can turn one on now. I bet you, and there's another one going. It's just
Totally.
endless, endless, endless.
So I'm really hoping that we're gonna get these guys back in here again. I'm not really sure where they're at, but let me tell you a little bit about them, okay?
Yeah.
So I am gonna add their their website onto this really quick because it is PK Rooms, pkrooms.com. And it is a room that actually you can put inside of any other room in your entire house. And now you can smoke and totally just like have right there with you. It's pretty freaking awesome, in my opinion.
Yeah, I actually have their website up. Do you want me to show it off a little bit while we wait?
Yeah, do that.
All right, so let me pull up that
Put
real
their
quick.
room in there or their website in here too.
Yeah.
PK
Let me
Room.
get the right one. Come on, there we go. And the first image you're gonna see here is actually three options of a 1 to 2 person, a 2 to 4, and a 4 to 6 person room that they create. That is pretty damn impressive. If you are looking for something like that, you're looking for a portable man cave almost. It looks like. I'm not sure. I want to talk to them more about that aspect of it, but it
Okay.
looks really cool.
Yeah, no, it's really, really cool, especially when, I mean, you can just like, first of all, I know people have tried all the rabbits and lots of other things, But really, to tell you the truth, when people have the chance to actually, oh my God, Bakersfield gentleman is trying to join. No, we're, who is that? Is that our guy?
There we go. Okay, I see you guys waving.
Oh
Wow.
wait,
It may
we
not
have
be the
another
best
guy.
audio. We're sorry.
No, you guys perfect. I can hear you.
All right.
Cool. We thought we were going to be all fancy, and that didn't happen, apparently.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
we all cry so much. Okay, wait. How do I? Can we see the Bakersfield gentleman's page? It's not. Is that you, Miguel, or is that?
Yeah, do you want me to take this down?
That's our page. That's the PK Rooms page.
Yeah, that's the website
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. Take the website.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. There we go.
Now we can see everybody.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, thanks for being patient with a couple of idiots.
You know, you guys said it was your first time. I was kind of like, okay,
We're virgins.
We've been testing it. We're like, oh, this is going to go great. And then we plugged it in and was trying to read your lips. That's about all we got.
It's all
Happens.
good. All good in the hood for sure. I know. I tried to put all of my accounts together, but when I was trying to get help you guys, I suddenly lost track of that. So there you go. I care more about my guests than I do about myself. All right.
I like that. All
right. So Miguel, come on. You are one of those guys that are out there. You're living the dream, living in, cigars and doing things with cigars 24/7. We've dealt with a lot of companies, also a lot of new cigar smokers. I mean, obviously we've been in this game together as well for the past 2 years, and I love it. So
yeah.
go ahead and forgive me. I do have a little bit of a viral whatever thing that's holding my voice back. So I'm gonna let him take it on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no worries. I would love to hear how you guys got this started. A little. Could I get an introduction though, real quick, so everyone can know?
So this is PK Rooms. My name is Tim. I'm just a buddy trying to help the company and do my sales part. This is Mike Pike. If he wants to tell how PK came about, I'll let him do that. But he can for sure. Well, this is his baby. It's his brainchild. One of a kind, very unique, amazing product. And I'll let Mike talk about how it came about.
Yeah, so I've smoked cigars for about 25 years, and of course in Iowa, there are quite a few months that you're smoking inside because it's negative 20 outside or what have you, or too windy or whatever. So it's kind of just been a process over years where I have smoked indoors and thought, okay, well, how can I improve on this ventilation? So my background is I've been in the HVAC industry for about 25 years. I have my own company, and I've done that for, basically my whole life. So I thought, well, how can I meld creating a system that truly eliminates all the smoke? And so I worked on that in a cigar room that I had in my shop for a number of years, probably 5 or 6 years, just refining every time. Remember one time I had a vent coming down like 2 feet over my chair, like this 6-inch vent. You could throw a 32-ounce cup in it and it would just hover in the vent. I mean, it was sucking some air. But every time you took a puff and blew into it, not all the smoke went in it, only the smoke that was going right in the pipe. Otherwise, it would just go out and then it would just kind of linger around the room.
Yeah.
Exactly, like just about any cigar lounge. I mean, eventually it either gets filtered or a lot of time it dissipates or settles down on your clothing or whatever else around there. But so I thought, man, there's got to be something better than that. And I started doing some testing with some holes. And I did some holes in one of those little vents that you throw underneath your couch to kind of push the air out. Put holes in that. And it was underneath my chair, and man, it started really blowing the smoke up. So then I built a system that had holes in the floor and holes in the ceiling at my shop, and it worked real well. And so then I thought, well, I wonder if something like this can be built that's a portable unit, meaning it could be set up in somebody's house or possibly even a bar or anything like that, a larger environment where smoking isn't necessarily allowed indoors, or if you can't smoke in your home for various reasons, that you can have this set up in your home and it doesn't allow any smoke to get in your home. But not only that, because it's easy to, you can throw a small shipping container in your house too and smoke in that. No smoke's going to get in your house, right? But you're going to freaking suffocate. I mean,
you might want to, yeah.
Exactly. You got to do something with the smoke. So from that, I thought, well, I wanted to vent well. I wanted to contain the smoke from the outside, and I wanted to vent well. And so that's how this room came about. Years of just trying out different things, and basically trial and error, and just doing a bunch of different testing. And then we came to this room, and the room we're sitting in right now. I saw you guys had kind of the chart up earlier. This would be our Churchill, which is the 8x8 room.
Oh, let me throw that back on real quick too, so people can see. Very nice.
So this room, we've actually had testing. We had a third-party independent testing done on the room, and a biologist came in that does indoor air quality testing. They sampled air inside the room. So imagine one chair and then a chair catty corner to that chair, and that's where the testing station was. While a cigar was being smoked for an hour straight inside the room, and then they also had a testing station outside of the room. So for an hour straight, they took air samples, and then they sent the filter media into a laboratory to get tested. And all the testing proved was that 100% of the smoke did not escape the room. It was all contained to the room. But even more so, I think we actually have all the data on our website, anywhere from like 84 or 87 to like 97% of the smoke was reduced inside of the room. Meaning that, if we're sitting across from each other, you're picking up just a faint amount of the smoke that I'm generating inside the room. So it not only keeps smoke from out of your house, it vents awesome. And so you don't get any. This particular room, we've taken it to Midwest Cigar Fest. We've taken it to the Brew City Cigar Fest in Milwaukee. And we've had it to a number of different local shows. It's probably had about 600 cigars smoked in it. And about the only thing you smell is a faint amount of the cedar skin on it. You don't smell cigar smell in it.
Now that's impressive. I love how it's an actual study behind it too. It's not just the old look around. Oh, the smoke isn't outside. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Trust me, it works.
Yeah, because anyone can do that if you want, but going that extra mile to actually make sure everything's working properly and tested properly, that's impressive right there.
Well, the deal is there's nothing else. Mike's pretty meticulous. He's done a lot of he's done patent research. He's looked all over the place. There's nothing that does what this does. We've talked to guys that have some really nice houses, and they try to put in their really nice cigar rooms, and they're dealing with filters. They're dealing with all the things that, if any one of us have been into a cigar lounge, can have the best filters on the planet, but you're still going to smell like cigar smoke, and your eyes might burn if there's a lot of guys in there. And as an HVAC guy who works on a lot of the cigar lounges here in the city, can tell you, how expensive one the filters are and all that kind of stuff. And that's just not an issue with this room.
Yeah, that was one of the key things that I wanted to do with this, because like Tim was saying, I work on equipment all the time. I see, inevitably a customer has an issue with their system, and I go there and they say, well, we just changed the filter. It's got a new filter in it. And then I, look in the trash can outdoor and the dumpster, and it's got a filter that looks like it has about 5 dogs in it. I like it. They're just so plugged. Like, dude, you're not getting any airflow, you know? So I didn't want to design something. Not only does it work real well, but it's extremely low maintenance. I did not want filters. So it literally has the only mechanical device that this unit has is a fan.
Oh, wow.
It has a fan, and it's pulling everything through thousands of holes in the floor. This particular room has, I would say, about 7,600 holes in the floor and about 7,600 holes in the ceiling. A lot of holes. But they're small, so it's pulling air up, kind of like a hockey table, you know, an air hockey table.
Okay.
But you don't feel it. There's so many holes in the floor that it's just gently, like the whole perimeter or the whole floor actually is pulling straight up and out. So there's no turbulence. Like, we don't feel the wind on us at all, because it's not like the idea isn't to try and just force it through like a jet.
Mike wants his hair. Mike wants his hair to blow in the wind. Is what he's going for.
If I try and get my hair to blow in the wind, I'm gonna get sucked up by a tornado, man.
No, man. Oh, gosh. No, that makes sense, though. It's something that's not going to distract from the situation because, excuse me, whenever there's really powerful fans, because I understand that's the easiest way if you want to do so. Just get a fan, blow the smoke out. It's simple, whatever. But you also have to understand, though, that that's going to affect your cigar sometimes. If you're sitting in the direct path of wind, especially when you're outside, that's much more noticeable because, it gets windy outside. It's not something you want in your environment. It's just going to take away from the experience. And it sounds like you guys have created a way to alleviate that problem. And I very much like that.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, when we demo this thing at these shows, I mean, you got to get your hand like almost on the floor, and you can feel a little bit of the air kind of pulling up. But the best example that I've seen with this room, we've demoed it in a lot of different places, but the best example was at the Brew City Cigar Fest, and we were in I don't know if you've ever been there or not, but it's in Milwaukee, and it's in a big, it's at like Oktoberfest, setup, and it's a three open-sided open air pavilion. So you got a wall behind you, and there were 600 people. They cap it at 600 people that went through that thing and smoking cigars all day long. And they'd come into the room, and this room we're in, we would have 6 to 8 people standing in this room smoking cigars, and they're just they quit listening to you because they're looking around, watching the smoke. Just leave, because this setup will turn the air over in this room once a minute. And then they'd step back out into that open air pavilion, and the smoke would hit them right in the mouth. And they'd come back in here and we're going to come back in here and talk to you guys some more, because the smoke out there was so thick in an open air room. It was incredible. And like Mike said, we've had so many people come through here, and you can walk in here and you wouldn't know, other than, our ashtray, that people are in here smoking.
See, that's impressive right there, too. I was thinking about that because that's, as the room stated on the website, it's a 2, 4, and 6 person allotment to the rooms. And there are some great ventilation systems out there. But once you hit their maximum amount of people, there's a layer of smoke in there either way. And it's just hard to fight that. So the fact that it does completely take care of those you say it's going to be in there is a big plus, too. I don't know how many times I've been even in commercial grade lounges, and it's still, as soon as the chairs are all full, there's going to be problems. You're going to want the door open. You're going to want to have extra stuff. There's no way around it usually. And it seems like maybe even some of these private lounges that I've been to could use a system like this for their small meeting rooms or their little breakout rooms that you can rent on their own. So not just for housings or for personal use, but for a lot of these business out there, this might not be a bad idea for them as well.
Yeah, for sure. We've kind of stepped it off. When Mike and I first met, we were playing poker, and we figured out the 8x12 room. You can get one of those nice little oval poker tables in there. Put 6 guys around it and play cards in it. So whether it's in your man cave or I don't know who has a desk bigger than 8 foot wide. If you're going to work from home, everybody, there's a lot of remote workers right now. You can set a desk up, put your computer on it, and now you're working remote, and it's a great atmosphere. You can kind of see the cedar walls. You can hang whatever you want on it, and
and your company that you work for might actually help subsidize that, because can you imagine the amount of productivity that you would have if you could sit at work and smoke cigars all day? Dude. Oh yeah, you need to work at 12 tonight? Oh yeah, man, I'd be happy. I got about an hour. I'll do about an hour and a half of work tonight. Toro in your mouth, and there you go, man.
That's excellent. That's a great idea. I could sell it to some people that way. Like, listen,
exactly.
They're not even gonna know they're working. All right, you don't even understand how much better it's gonna be. Speaking of cigars, though, what are you guys smoking right now?
We were just at a Drew Estates, I was at a Drew Estates event here at one of our local lounges, and they were rolling out they had a big blackened event.
Ooh,
so
love it.
I really don't have a lot of room left in the humidor, but I really wanted that ashtray that looks like James Hetfield's guitar.
Oh yeah.
So I had to go and buy some cigars. Won a few cigars. Got a couple of show exclusive cigars. What are these called?
These are the 10-year undercrowns.
There you go.
And if they're a show exclusive, then they're probably a particular size.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I mean, they had the band on the bottom. What's it say? All decked out, it says. So, yeah.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, with the ribbon and whatnot on it.
Yep. Yeah, it was a nice little two cigar stick or 2 cigar pack. And I won something, and the rep threw it in. So it was kind of nice.
I do love me Drew Estate for that. They make some of the best swag out there, and love the cigars.
Yeah, they're fun.
The guitar ashtray is next level, man. That thing's awesome. I mean, as a kid growing up listening to Metallica all the time, I just want to hold that thing and jam the one,
Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh man. So, but back to the room for a quick second here. Like, as you said, the walls are all cedar, and it looks like you guys have your own decorations already going up. As far as the walls go, though, you can put anything to the walls you need. Then, right? There's no hindrance there.
There's no power to it. Like Mike said, the only working, powered deal is the fan. He puts grommets in the wall, so you can set it up however you want. You get to hang a TV. We've got a TV bracket right above the computer where we're talking to you. There's power we want in it. And so, I mean, that's what I said. You can set it up however you want it. If you wanted to put a TV in, you wanted to put a computer desk in there, you can do whatever.
That's awesome. See, there was also some talk I saw on the website about a little bit of the requirements as far as the room goes itself, like best practices kind of thing, access, space required, stuff like that. How long did it take to kind of realize the details that needed to go into this? Because it seems like it's very user friendly, but at the same time, there was a lot of thought that went into make it that way.
There was, and
still is.
Some of the speaking to the install requirements, those were kind of born out of. So we built the rooms, and of course, when they're built, they're in a nice big open area, and so they're easy to set up. And you think, okay, no problem. And I knew I wanted to build them short enough to be able to fit into a conventional 8-foot ceiling space, right? So they're like this particular unit we're in has a total height of like 7 feet 8 inches. So it gives you plenty of headroom inside, but it also fits into an 8-foot ceiling. We can make a room taller. In fact, we're building one right now that's just about done that we're going to take down to Dallas. The guy's looking at doing some potential distribution down there. So they can't be taller than this. And Tim's standing up.
Yeah, I'm 6'6", and I've got, what is that, 6-inch clearance?
Oh, yeah, about.
So, I mean, it's a 7-foot ceiling inside, but it'll fit in an 8-foot room.
And so when you talk about install requirements and whatnot. So the first couple units we did, we took them out for an install. One, well, we thought it was their existing joist. The number we were given was just a little bit more than what it actually was when we got there. So we had to do a little work. And then really, so you want to have at least 6 inches of clearance all around the room. Probably more in the front to get through the door. I think 6 inches is not going to quite cut it, right?
No, that's not gonna
Yeah, but the reason you want that is because it's pulling in air from the base, so you don't want to choke off the side when it's trying to pull in, the tempered room air from whatever place you have it in. So you need that, but then just sheerly for installation purposes, you have to have room to be able to work around it some. So that's kind of the reasoning behind us putting that on the website. Is like, we don't want somebody to say, oh yeah, I want it, and then they get it to their house and it won't fit. Like I want to try and set people up for success on the front end and say, here's what you need. Make sure you have that before you just go buy it.
That is a perfectly good reason to have all that on there. Nothing hidden away. Right in there. If it's
that's not helpful to anyone.
You
want to be totally upfront.
I love that. That's a very important thing, especially with something like this that is going to be hopefully a staple in their house. That they're going to get a lot of use out of. They want to have something. I mean, especially like here in Bakersfield. I'm on in California right now. The summers get ridiculously hot, and this sounds like a perfect solution to moving your patio out from outdoors to indoors. Get a little bit out of that heat. 105, 115, not the best temperature for cigars. And just for some reason, I don't like it. So moving indoors would be an amazing thing to be able to do.
Yeah, and this, of course, would work great for an indoor environment because literally whatever your house is, that's the temperature this room will be. So,
well, and Mike started off talking about, we're in Iowa, we're used to cold, and we get hot for, a few weeks in the summer, and it gets hot and sticky. We'll suffer through that, but it's the cold when you're out there trying to feel your fingers and, do I do a short story? What am I going to do just to get through? And as we've talked to more and more people at these shows, the first people are like, oh, well, Florida, whatever, it's not so bad. But then they're like, then you talk to people that actually live there. And they're like, well, you want to go out and smoke your cigar in a sauna? Because that's what you're doing if you're in Florida or, Southwest or Southeast Texas. This is a place where why don't you put this in your house and have it the temperature that you like, whether it's 68 in the summer or 72 in the winter, and just be comfortable because that's the air temperature that whatever you set that thermostat at in the room, it's going to be that temperature in here.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I'm not a fan of humidity. I'm not gonna lie. That's not for me. I'm not living in that.
If I'm in a swimming pool or at the beach, I'm okay with it, but I sure don't want to work in it or sit in my garage and smoke in it.
100%. No, I'm right there with you. This would be, I think, a huge godsend to a lot of people who are in that exact same camp. I would probably deal with my weather here being hot and desert versus even a little bit humid. Honestly, I can't handle it. Cannot handle it. So that's a huge another plus right there. So how long have you guys known each other, and how long have you guys been working on this together?
We have known each other for quite a few years, actually. We played cards at Buddy's house for a number of years.
Really didn't talk a whole lot to each other.
No, they didn't have really like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, whatever. I hope you lose tonight. All that good stuff.
The smack talk.
But
it was right before COVID. Right?
One night I just said,
we had another buddy there who was talking about making his own beer. And that got going, and then we started talking about cigars came up in that whole conversation.
I said something about cigars, and he's like, oh, I smoke cigars. I'm like, well, no freaking kidding. All right. Let's go smoke some cigars down at my shop. And then that became, we started, a bunch of us guys hang out Wednesday night down at my shop. So
that went from me smoking 1 or 2 cigars a year to 3 or 4 a day or so.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the
sneaks up on
during COVID.
I've noticed a lot of new guys either getting into it or getting more passionate about it during COVID. So, not that I was a fan of what was going on, but at least there was some silver linings in there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you hear anything right now?
Yeah. Can you hear the fan or anything?
The fan. We have the fan running like we normally would.
I hear zero sounds of any fan. at all.
So the sound of the fan, because you think, well, wow, you're moving a lot of air, right? It's gonna be loud. I mean, you get a fan going in some places, and in the lounge, it's obviously a lot louder in there, so you don't notice it as much. But with this, I would say it's
about like your bathroom.
maybe about the sound of your bathroom fan, if that.
Yeah, I'm hearing 0 right now. It's impressive how quiet it is.
Yeah, what are we talking about here now?
We're talking about bathrooms, Melanie. What happened?
Bathrooms and fans, and how you need one in your bathroom, stuff like that.
I mean, I'm just glad I finally got my stuff to actually start working. So, but you know what? This is all about, like, living with a dream, right? We're living the dream.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I noticed you have your own setup there too. I don't think that's quite as advanced as theirs. It looks like a car.
They actually just got this going. I think you know what I think should it be in every PK room is a podcast living situation. Like, you definitely should add that on, or either keep it as an add-on, because I know that every guy in the cigar industry wants to absolutely have their own podcast. Why is that?
So you mean give them a podcast equipment that they can't
we can't
hear what anyone's saying or talk to anyone?
Yes, and I will be the trainer. I'll be the trainer. Okay, so just make me the trainer, and then we'll all make money every.
There you go.
And no ex-wives are gonna, or even wives, ex-wives. I don't know. They're the same or the same.
What are you doing to these people? Oh my goodness! I don't know if I need you training anyone now.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. I'm out.
Where do you go? Oh my goodness! Big thanks to Mel, by the way, for letting me be a part of this. Big thank you to her, because I am really excited to hear more about this, guys. It is something that I think we can use a lot of, especially. I don't know if you guys do too much on the West Coast, but California has some very stringent rules about smoking policy.
We really try not to cross over that border if we can help it.
I don't blame you, honestly. I'm trying to get out of here. So,
So it's interesting you asked that. So we're doing the Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest this year.
Oh, nice.
But we're also doing the PCA. So we may have sold a unit to someone in the PCA. We did, actually. Anyway, we got invited to be a part of the PCA, so we became members of that. We do have a booth at the PCA convention trade show this July, so we'll be in Vegas for that one. But we signed up for the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival, and I get an email a couple weeks ago. This guy is wanting to find out more information, so I call him. Like, I don't want to send an email. I'd rather call him. And so I talked to the guy, and I said, where'd you hear about us from? And he said, well, I was looking at the Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest, and I saw your guys' rooms listed on there, and so it piqued my interest, and I thought I'd call. So this fellow's out of Reno, Nevada, but he grew up in Sacramento.
Oh, so he knows what's up.
We're just kind of in talks about potential distribution in that area, and he's like, man, I've got a bunch of contacts in Sacramento, Northern California there. So when you bring up California, we are kind of working on some things over that way.
A bunch of prisoners in California that want to enjoy their leaf.
Yeah, we need a better jail cell, and this is exactly what we need, because the rest of the state's the real prison sometimes. Right. I'm not gonna lie, I love California, I love my home state, all right, but there's just so much lately that has been changing that I am looking for. If anyone has a couch in Texas or in Florida and doesn't mind, me stinking it up for a couple of days, I would love to go out of there. But I will definitely see you guys at PCA. I'm also a member. For the show, we do the interview, so we'll get over there. I would love to set up something in person too, then, guys. And
I think
we're going to Rocky Mountain as well.
But this is officially called couch surfing. So you're going to couch surf.
I am going to live across this beautiful country as a nomad if I have to, just to get out of California for a few months. All right,
but not a gypsy. Okay, just don't be a gypsy. We're gonna.
We're
Make
gonna
sure
take you
The
as a
only,
nomad.
if you're coming through Iowa, make sure you let us know.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. And I cannot be a gypsy. I'm a big hater on what's his name? What's the boxer's name? Tyson Fury. Yeah, he no. So none of that, Mel. All right. But back to cigars.
Yeah, well, I don't even like, what is it called? I don't even like people hitting each other. I can't.
Just that's okay. It's okay. That's all right. Oh, excuse me. But back to cigars for a minute. A little off tangent here, but besides Drew Estate, think we're all on board. Great cigars over there. But are there any other brands that you guys like to go to on a regular basis, or that you guys enjoy?
Oh boy, I got on Alec Bradley Magic Toast recently,
Good stuff.
and man, I love those things. I hope that who was it that just purchased them?
Oh, STG.
Yeah. I hope that blend stays the same. So I've been on those. Oh man, Olmecs.
Oh yeah,
Love some Olmecs.
been smoking a lot of Olmecs
Some,
in Central Iowa.
I really like the Tabernacle Havana Seed. Oh man. So I bought, a couple years ago, really good deal on some PDR small batches, and I bought like 5 or 6 boxes of those. Starting to get low on those, and I'm not so sure that they produce those anymore, so that might be an issue. But I really like the PDR small batch.
One of our good buddies, he loves his LFD double Ajeros. We smoke a lot of Olivas in our circle. Triple blend. I like a nub if you can help. If you can do that. I'm trying to think of some of the other stuff. Oh, we've got some of the folks that are actually from Central Iowa are the folks from Dissident, and so we'll smoke some of Sin and Josh's cigars. That we just had a big event last week at the local cigar shop, and we got to FaceTime with them and chatted them up, and they had a deal. So whether it's Home or Dissident or Rant, those are pretty good sticks too.
Oh heck yeah, I love those guys. The Molotov that they came out with not too long ago, just absolutely phenomenal. So that's some good stuff right there. And I definitely agree with you on Alec Bradley. I hope they are close to keeping what they have now. I don't mind if they expand, but let's not mess up some good stuff that they got going on.
Yeah. Hey, so when I stumbled across two Decembers ago, I don't know if you've heard of these guys. It's a real small boutique one. Is Drunk Chicken.
Love Drunk Chicken. Yep. The Mother Clucker.
I ran into her in Ybor City 2 years ago, and then she wasn't there this year, so I didn't pick any up when we were there. I got a lot of other stuff, a lot of Olivas, a lot of that stuff, but and just a huge variety. That's a great show in the first weekend of December. Actually, that's actually where I met Stephanie in person. So that was fun. We had a good time.
Very nice. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, Cigar Heritage Festival is a really fun thing. Love the Cigar Cathedral. Those guys have done a wonderful job with everything they touch. Nathan is good people right there.
Yep, for sure. And last 2 years, my birthday is that first weekend, or usually that first week. So we try to, make a cigar pilgrimage for my birthday.
I like that. That's a good idea right there. I like that. That's perfect lining up. Now, I know you guys touched on this a little bit about how you came up with the idea, but was there anything else that kind of went into like why you wanted to create the room? Did you see a need for it, or was it like you wanted it for yourself first?
Outside of this one that we have set up here, I don't even use it because they have, we smoke cigars in the shop, and right now the building I have has a 2,000 square foot second floor that I'm going to make into the kind of an ultimate man cave, ping pong, pool table, big screen, all the fun stuff. But no, really it was, what really pushed me was a couple of years ago, got into some different sites on Facebook, and I just see all the people smoking outside, or they'll throw up like a tent, and basically freeze their ass off in the wintertime with a little heater on one end, and look at me, I got my cigar tent. That's fine.
No.
But
I'm thinking, yeah, the igloos. You know, those igloos like for the soccer moms.
right.
The ice fishing huts.
And then I just started looking. I'm like, well, surely someone's come up with this before. And I did countless hours of research. I think I researched about 13,500 patents on it to see if, like, in the genre of ventilation, and found that there wasn't anything out there, and so went ahead and filed a provisional on it, and we've just been going through the races ever since. But yeah, really, just there has to be a need. There has to be a need for it. I know there's a need because we sold units. So,
I
industry too, right? I mean, it's
some people just don't know. They think they know, what they need, but that's
I definitely think that there is a need out there for this. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people, even when you do the igloos out there, like soccer moms and other things, that they're all trying to like stay warm, but they're living in, you know, Washington State is a lot colder than, you know, Florida. You've got New York and even Massachusetts and Maine and all of that. It's going to be a lot colder than your average is. And that was kind of one of the things that put me on top of, you know, the grid in the cigar industry, is because I was the only one living in South Florida, hanging around in the bathing suit 365 days a year.
I know. I was jealous. We'd do shows in the morning, and I would be here in Bakersfield freezing my ass off, and someone's by the pool.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and how
fine.
many? And we grew like another 12,000 followers, or even almost 14,000 followers at that point. Whenever, I mean, we almost had like 2,000 people watching live one morning. It was ridiculous, because anyway, I was the only one in South Florida hanging out, being able to smoke a cigar and living it up, versus what you have to do up north. Now I'm in North Carolina, and I'm like, I'm not exactly
the only caveat is the music history in Bakersfield is a little deeper maybe than South Florida.
Oh yeah, the Bakersfield sound is still going strong over here. All right,
Right.
Merle Haggard is definitely a hero, and I'm not even from this city. All right, this is my second home away from home. I was born on the coast, and I still love this place. A lot of people give Bakersfield flack, but it's there's good people here. There's good people.
Just move it out of California, and you'll be all set.
That's the goal. That's the goal. Oh man. But yeah, no, that's great though. I'm glad to hear that you guys are going to be at PCA and at Rocky Mountain. That's some excellent work right there. Are you going to have perhaps one of the rooms set up for display?
I'm still curious. I'm sorry, but I'm still curious about how you guys might even, I mean, I still kind of think that you kind of would benefit from maybe giving away a room, and we do like some gigantic giveaway of some sort. It's not going to be just posting another like @name from Instagram, but it might be something really a lot of fun. Is it something that you guys are still interested in? Hint, hint.
She wants to give away a room. She wants to give away a house if she could. Oh my goodness.
I know, right? You want Mike to buy a Ferrari?
I don't know if I really do. Maybe I've taken too many drugs today. Sorry.
But you know what? You're right. You know, Melanie, we've talked about this. You know, partnering up with a brand. I mean, Drew Estates would be fabulous. They do all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, they'd be a great brand to pair up with, and maybe have them just cover the cost of a unit and do one of these, a raffle or something like that, like you're talking about.
They could wrap the outside of this thing with some of their art.
Their art's crazy. That'd
be pretty cool. There's an endless amount of things you can do with it. So.
But true. Okay, I get what you guys are saying, but let's be realistic. This equipment is meant to go inside of a room, inside of a home. So and I really enjoy that, because even if, okay, so what you guys are saying, even if it is a room inside of an apartment, a regular apartment, you're saying that you can have this room inside of your apartment complex, and let's say that you have, or even a penthouse. I don't know. You can be fancy, but it's like if you have a room and it's in another building, people don't allow smoking. You can get away with this, is what you're saying.
Well,
They'd never know.
No, the caveat is, this thing obviously has to be vented. It doesn't magically eliminate, it clears the smoke out of the room, right? So it has to put it somewhere. So it does vent outside. I don't think in an apartment complex they'd be happy putting a vent. Now, you could put a some sort of window adapter on and put it out the window.
Not a bad idea.
But how these vent are, they basically, you would put it's just simply a dryer vent, really. It's preferably to vent it out 6-inch,
Yeah.
like a sidewall, or again, you could put it in like a double hung window through a window adapter, or you could take it up if you're like a single story home. You could take it up and vent it out a roof vent, like some exhaust fans, and
So then,
vent it out
all right.
profile roof fans.
So now I'm gonna put you on the spot. Sorry.
Do it.
I'll apologize later. But do you think that other people could recreate this just by maybe owning one, and they could figure it out and then recreate it?
Backwards engineer is what you're asking.
But you can backward engineer everything, but when you have a patent on it, it becomes then there's kind of a forewarning there.
All right. So then my next question to you guys, another hot seat spot, would be what is it that really makes it worth purchasing your product versus just trying to create another air, influential situation, where you can just, put things into the air or get rid of it out of the air.
So you kind of cut out a little bit on me there, but what I think the question was, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to repeat the question. The question is what would make you guys different if somebody could just easily take the airflow and put it through a window or somehow get the air out of there? What is it that makes it worth buying your product that is actually going to make much more of a difference in their life?
Right. So, well, first of all, let's say you have a room sealed up well and vented out a window. The room's still going to smell like smoke because it's going to settle into everything, whether it's the walls. Everybody knows what white walls turn to when you smoke in them. They turn into off-white walls or yellow walls. And furthermore, I have well over 2 decades of experience in the industry as far as the movement of air. And so the real magic of it with this that's different than anything else is how the air moves. It's all moving in unison towards one place and getting pulled out of the room. So let's say we have this exact same room, but we have a typical floor. Let's say we don't even do a floor. We just build the room with walls on a floor in a room, and we throw a ceiling in it. Same scenario, right? But hey, let's have a kick butt fan we'll throw on the side of the room to pull air out. What's going to happen is we'll smoke in it. Yeah, it'll eventually start pulling smoke out, but that room is going to fill up as a cloud of smoke before anything really starts pulling out, because the smoke just lingers. The smoke doesn't really care where the fan is. It's just going to linger around the room and eventually waft up to the vent and get pulled out. Whereas this is pulling air from the entirety of the floor and pulling it all straight up and out. So it's much cleaner. Like go in a lounge with 6 people smoking in a small area, for instance, an 8x8 area, everyone's smoking a cigar, you're gonna have a big cloud.
Oh yeah.
It is not gonna pull up and out. Right. This we have verifiable, we've had 6 guys smoking in it,
8 people,
and there's never a cloud. It's always just getting pulled up and out.
All right. So another question, you know, just based on you guys came up with this idea, I'm sure that you really put a lot of thought into it. What was the like the projection that you guys really saw in the industry? And did you do a lot of research in the industry, or were you new to just cigar smokers and you just decided to come up with this and try to sell it, or did you, like,
Right.
does that make sense?
Yeah. So one, I mean, obviously the lounge owners around here and them dealing with the elimination of smoke, people not being able to smoke inside their home, um, and really that coupled with the fact that we've not seen anything out there, all kind of led to producing this. It's not like we went and did a bunch of market research per se, other than what we see online with, the thousands of people that are on Facebook, and you see them smoking outside in the wintertime, or you see them smoking inside in the summertime, like at a lounge or something like that. So we thought, man, so basically a lot of people at their home are not smoking inside their home. Wouldn't it be nice if you could have a smoke inside your home? I mean, I have a place to go to, but there's plenty of times where I'd love to just go downstairs and veg out or watch a football game, sit in the room and have a smoke or have a buddy over or whatever.
Yeah.
And
I think a lot of people don't have that luxury. Like there's a members only club here that is, I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes from where I'm at, like where I live. But even sometimes then I don't want to get in a car. I want to go,
Right.
I want to sit in, my pajamas. I just woke up, got some coffee, and I want to go into my room. I want something that, is me.
No, you do a morning show. You cannot get in your pajamas on the morning.
Oh, girl, I do the morning show in my pajamas all the time. And this is the perfect room. This is a perfect room for pajamas and cigars in the morning. I can see that being a big thing. Or you can't sleep, you can't sleep at night, and all of a sudden I'm gonna have a cigar in my own place. I don't have to worry about it. Like right now, it's getting dark here. I'm sorry about that. I could be inside that room right now, click on my lights, and enjoy a movie on Netflix or something. Whatever it might be.
I gotta admit, yes, a cigar can definitely relax you, but I gotta admit that, it's not something I want to do in my own home or in my closet or with all my clothes. Like, I don't know. There's like certain things that I still want. I mean, it does have a smell. Like, reality.
A lot of us guys are not social butterflies, so we just like some solace, and we just want to sit.
My social butterfly is all like online. So I mean, I get to. You don't have to smell all of my Chanel, although I will Chanel.
And here's a buddy of mine right here in the comments. Daniel is checking in from Canada, and I have seen pictures of him smoking in the coldest weather you can think about. Brother, you deserve one of these rooms. Like, I think it might. I know you don't mind it. I know you don't mind the cold as much, but you deserve a room like this.
Let's talk about price and also logistics. I want to know about, let's say I spend the money on the price. How easy, if I'm, maybe I'm in an apartment, which obviously you can't smoke cigars in an apartment. So is this easily, am I able to move it into an apartment? Is it gonna not get me in trouble in an apartment? And also, when I move out of the apartment, can I take it with me?
Right. So the room it's panelized, and so it's in sections. So basically, we say, if it's a space that you can carry a sheet of plywood into, then you'll be able to fit the room into, because every section of the room is in essentially 4x8 would be the largest section, and then just, the walls obviously are shorter than 8 feet, so they'd be more like 4x7 and so on and so forth. So as far as mobility and getting them in spaces, as long as you have the space to fit like a sheet of plywood into that room, it would go into that room. Now, obviously, I have a few rentals myself and work with a lot of people that do a lot of real estate. And I mean, that's as far as your particular contract or something at an apartment, that could be an issue. That's obviously something to talk to the property manager about. But as far, I mean, would they want a hole drilled on the side of their room or their building? Likely not, right? Can you put it through the vent of a window? Absolutely, you can do that. What were the other questions you had?
Well, just how easy is it to take it in? Put it,
Oh,
take
right,
it in,
right.
Take it in, take
Oh,
it
yeah.
down. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah. So this room we've had apart and together, I would say, I don't know, 8 to 10 times.
So easily.
I mean, and most people, right? They would have it together a couple times. But let's say you bought it, you put it up in your place. It's time to move. It's take it down, move it, and put it up in the new place.
It's probably easier to move than most entertainment centers, frankly.
Well, it's a heck of a lot easier to put together than a lot of IKEA furniture. So
That's good to hear.
hilarious.
That's a problem. That's a problem right there. Yeah.
the room takes, if 2 people putting the room up, you could have the whole thing up and vented out in about 2 to 3 hours.
Not bad. Not bad at all for a solid room like that. Unfortunately, guys, my battery is dying on me. I gotta go. But I do. Mel, do you mind if I point my thing out real quick?
No, I appreciate you, and yes, pull out whatever all the cigars.
All right, guys. Obviously, besides the show, me and my brother and Mel over here, who's helping us out today, thank you so much. We have our cigar line called Pariah Cigars. If you guys want to check them out, this is the deal we're running. If you want to try all of them, from the green band over, that is our Connecticut, our Sumatra, Habano, and San Andreas. And the one on top of is our limited edition California Dreaming Volume 2. You can get
Love the California Dreaming.
Oh my gosh, it is one of my favorites. But I'm smoking the Trust the Process right now. I'm smoking that San Andreas, and it's been phenomenal this entire time.
Oh,
If you guys would like to get a hold of these, the link will be in the comments right now ish. It's popping up, I promise. But if you let us know Mel sent you, what we're gonna do is randomly choose out of every 10 orders that come in, someone's gonna get theirs doubled. So if you order, so anytime Mel has a link for this as well. So whenever she wants to put it up,
it's gonna be Mel.
It's gonna be your deal.
Or it's good to just be friends with the Cisco Kid. I mean, Cisco Kid is still a friend of yours.
It is true. It's very true. So yeah, if you guys want to try them all out, there you go. We'll ship them directly to you. I hope you'll try them all out. I'm a big fan of them because I put them out there, and I hope you will be too. I hope you'll try them out with me.
Let's check them out.
Love it. Thank you, Miguel, so much for helping me out tonight. I really appreciate you. You have, I could not have talked this whole show without. Otherwise, I'd be really miserable in the morning.
I'm glad to get to learn more about this, guys. Cannot wait to see you guys in July over at the PCA. So we're gonna sit in the room and we're gonna smoke and talk, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll have the 8x8 there, and we'll have an 8x4 there. So.
Heck yeah. Okay. All right. I'm more excited now than I was earlier about the PCA. Just the production for me right there. So I'm excited. Thank you guys so much. Mel, again, thank you for having me on tonight, and I will catch you guys all sometime next week because Monday show's canceled. We're doing a charity golf tournament, so you'll have a good one.
Thank you for saving me. No, thank you for saving me. So.
Anytime.
Thank you.
You guys have a good one. Nice meeting you.
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
All right, so I have a few questions before I have to let you guys go from a couple of the viewers. And if you might have answered this question earlier, let's just go over it again. So how is the exhaust gets installed, and can you put it in a window, or how does this really work?
So the the vent is going to go. You've got a couple of different options. Generally speaking, we've got basements here. I know different parts of the country don't have basements necessarily. I want to move to Florida, not a lot of basements, but it's if it's in a basement, it's going to go out through a header, just like a dryer vent. If it's in a spare room or upstairs room, it's going to go out like a bathroom vent, through the roof, through the ceiling. We've been talking a little bit about that, but potentially out through a window. They've got ventilation kits that you can put in a window and vent it out that way.
All right. And so, and I know that we already went over this, but it is easily removable. Like you can, so if you do rent an apartment and then you have to move maybe 6 months later, is it pretty easily to pick up and go? And there's really not going to be any kind of detrimental, I guess, to your deposit is what I'm kind of wondering.
If you have a carpeted room, it's going to leave indents in the carpet, just like an entertainment center. It's going to sit on the floor.
But
Okay, and indents in the carpet.
Yeah,
right,
no,
but that's
permanent.
but nothing with smell or tobacco, like, seeping into the walls or making it turn different colors or anything like that.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
That's cool. Dang. Well,
not at all.
What do you think is one of the greatest things about this concept that you guys have figured out after you've been using it for a while?
I think one of the biggest things is the fact that this particular unit, we've had multiple shows, and literally, I think we've estimated roughly 600 cigars have been smoked in this, and you don't smell it at all in the room.
So the wives are happy.
That, yeah. and to take that to another level, if Mike is sitting over here and doesn't want to smell my cigar, and we're watching a movie, he's not going to smell my cigar. I mean, he'll have maybe the aroma of it, but he's not. The way this room's designed, the only part that's going to smell is about right here, where my cigar is.
Wait! Smell the cigar, or you mean they're not going to get any secondhand cigar smoke from you? What are you?
The secondhand cigar smoke.
Yes, minimal.
Snap! Oh my lord!
So that
makes Mama happy.
All that information's on the website. That I think, and I don't.
I think you were off at that time. Yeah.
The testing we had done with it, and we had an independent third-party testing test this particular unit. So they tested outside the room, and then they tested inside the room. And the reduction in smoke inside the room of someone sitting across from you is like 80. I want to say, like I said, all the statistics are the whole report's up on the website, but it was like 86 to 98% reduction in smoke inside the room.
Oh my God.
Outside the room is 100%. Zero smoke escapes the room.
All right, so final and most clever question ever. What is the percentage that I'm going to get whenever I post it?
That's not an on-air question.
It's totally available. Listen, free game, free name. Yep. Oh, I'm kidding. All right, I'm not going to make you answer that question on air, but we're going to go with that.
Absolutely.
So anyways.
Absolutely.
I love it. You guys have done a great job. Listen, if you guys out there want to know, let's see, we're not going to do one. Hold on 1 second. All right, so there you guys go. That is the link that you can find these guys and your own very, very, very special room to be able to smoke in, get away from your wife, and be able to go and be depressed in. It doesn't matter. You can literally, nobody is going to know that you're smoking, drinking, or doing anything in these rooms, because it is like the MacGyver of all, just invisibility. What life is all about, right?
Melanie, make sure anybody that's watching and you're going to send them to us, make sure that they tell us that you sent them, please, and we will absolutely take care of you.
Yes.
There you go, guys. Be sure to hit my name up. Mel, Cisco Kid, Little Cisco Kid, that girl on Instagram, that girl, I don't care, whatever it is, make sure they mention me a little bit. Especially since I even got this done with my lack of voice. So anyways, thank you guys. I'm so glad you guys came on here, and I think this is super cool. I mean, literally, this is something that I would truly enjoy, wink, wink, because if I could do all my shows from an enclosed room inside of wherever I live, I would be super happy. But I feel like it has to be also inside of what do you call that? A pool house? There's got to be a pool next to me, it's otherwise.
Well, it would make it easy.
Well, hey, we'll bring a blow-up pool with us too.
It make it easy for most of your Instagrams.
We'll put a pool inside of the room. You can sit in the pool and smoke cigars in your own.
See, I know he just needs to be large enough to fit around an above ground pool. Okay, so as long as it's around that, we can make it happen. Although I am on the water, I am on the boat right now on the water, so I'm not.
We thought so.
Life is good. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'm so glad you got to come on here, and I'll definitely be talking with you guys later. And I think what you guys have to offer is really unique and amazing for, just a lot of people to be able to, just enjoy cigars. And even when, it's almost like the igloo, the soccer mom igloo thing. It's like this, now you can enjoy your life. I love it though. Thank you guys. So anyways, listen, you guys, it's out there, all of you watching. It is www.pkrooms.com. Be sure to go check them out. I mean, the prices are definitely affordable. Not only that, but be sure to catch me every Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on facebooklive.com, but it's facebook.com/Melanie and Cisco. You guys can subscribe and hit that bell and get notified anytime I go live. So peace, and you guys have a great night. And thank you, Pete.
Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you guys. Appreciate it.